Alrighty, guys and gals, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Misty Mountain Gaming channel. I'm Big E. We're in Season of Mastery. We are making a final push. We either have a few weeks left or a month left. I don't know. It depends on if we, when they decide to do it, November or December. But anyway, this is Beard Fist. This is my 7th try. I'm fairly certain. I was trying to figure it out, but it's somewhere in there. Anyway, Night Elf Hunter. And this is Critty Cat. Yes, it is. Last episode, we worked on a quest to get some singing blue crystals from some goblin freaks back here. And this episode, we're going to continue right in this area and skull splitter tusks. We need 18 of these. And I've done this quest many times in the past. And because this is classic, the drop rate can be absolutely stupid, despite the fact that you need 18. You would think, okay, well, it's going to be like 1 for 1 if I need 18. I have an add-on that I'm running. If you see down there at the bottom right, it says killed number of times. So we're going to keep track. I got it because on Beard Fist the Dwarf Paladin, I'm not exaggerating, I killed over 100 ogres between 2 sessions. I mean, we're talking about hours before I got Maury's cracked foot or whatever that thing is. It was like 112 ogres or something I had to kill before that thing dropped. It was stupid. It was great XP, but, still. Anyway. Hope everyone's doing well. I sure do. I'm not doing too bad. So we got to watch out for these roaming packs of mobs. I sculled one up. There are like 3, there might be 4 different packs of them that roam around. And it's nice that they're green mobs for us, but we don't want 3 of them on us, obviously. So kind of keep an eye out. Do they run off? Oh, he's going to heal. Damn, he did get a little heal off. Not that big of a deal. They might run off. All right, let's give Critty Cat some meat. There you are. See how many points built up yet? No. So I've got these 3 things I can give him, but as you can see, he's only got 30 points. God, that's a lot of training points. What level is he? He's 41, so he shouldn't have any problem holding aggro here. Unless I get big giant crits like that, then we could potentially pull, but not a big deal. In fact, the way I've been playing this, when I'm fighting green mobs, I have been... sometimes I'll just melee, because I'm trying to keep my axe skill up here. Right now we got a 2-handed axe, but you see we're a little bit behind. But I like having that up because wing clip is pretty big, and if my skill is too low, I won't be able to hit wing clip or, hit with my axe if something gets into melee range. So I've been trying to be mindful of that. But it also depends if I want to just kind of roll through a quest, and I have been doing that. Like I said, I'm trying to push it here. This is my final... It's going to be my final go at this. There's a tusk. But, we've got 2 other hardcore challenges going on the channel. We've got Lilith. And we've got our Naked Mage. Yes. And the Naked Mage is actually Wrath of the Lich King on the Maladath server, so no rush on that guy. It's crazy. I've only been playing this character for like 2 days. And I'm pretty sure way past Lilith, who's been going on for a long time. This is kind of how a Let's Play goes. But I am kind of we're giving Holy and Sorrow a little temporary break. We're not finished with them by any means. But I would like to kind of see if I can get this done before they end the thing. So I saw Travisine. He's kind of kicked it into another gear. I think at the time of this video, I think he's 58. He could be 59, but he hasn't dropped his other Let's Plays, but he's put them on hold, and he's releasing daily episodes. That's a smart play, you know, if you kind of want to try to get it done, because those last... Once you get into the 50s, the levels just take so long. So probably do a similar thing here. I'm also, you know, honestly, I'm still kind of recovering. My head's still not really in the best of spaces, so these solo type of quests, where I can go at my own pace, are just much better for me right now. But we will... going to keep it going with the battlegrounds on those two characters. I'm having a lot of fun over there. We could roll up this way. Oh, hello there, hiding in the bushes. We're a nice, comfortable level for right here. And I do have the Tethys and the Bagthera quests. And I'm probably going to wait till level 43. I can't remember what level those elites are. Ideally, I'd like them to be green. But as a hunter, we've got some amazing kiting abilities and trapping abilities. I've got Feign Death. I can heal the pet. A lot of different things I can do. Being ranged like this, a lot easier to do those elite mobs. Being in melee range of an elite mob is not ideal. There was a skull mob over there. That's the mob I actually skulled up last episode. There are these little pats of 3 or 4 trolls that walk around. And there's like 3 or 4 mobs, or 3 or 4 different packs of them, I'm pretty sure. I'd be mindful of those guys. There we are. So I did, for my professions here, I went leatherworking and skinning. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to be able to sell the stacks of skin. And they actually sell for a decent amount. And that's how I got my mount. We do have a mount. I got it at level 41. Now, I was pretty broke. In fact, I had 23 copper after I bought it. But, you know, this level, just grinding quests, you can get some gold saved up. So, not that big of a deal. And honestly, as you can see, I've got these greater healing pots that I just pick up from mobs and stuff. So it's not that bad. Now, it does suck not having like an agility pot. Armor pot, honestly, because we're hunters, not that big of a deal. But not have... Oh my god. Yes, that's of the wolf. Do I care about 70 health? I kind of do, but I also... That's more agility and spirit. We're just going to chuck that on. I feel like it's better. Because I'm ranged... You know, I don't have to worry about armor as much. I don't, you know, unless I'm making bad plays or just get into a bad spot, nothing should be in melee range of me, so. I think we picked up something last episode as well. And I was thinking about it after I ended the episodes. Like, was that better? What was it? It might have been a blue. Was it a blue pair of cuffs, I think? Yeah, it was this. Yeah, I chose this because of the, that's 110 extra health. I feel like that's pretty good. So, there's another one. We're picking up a ton of these pages. They will fill your bags. It's a mystic, so he will try to heal. Oh, boy. Okay, let me sit down and drink real quick. I'm out of mana. So these are mistakes that I just don't make when I'm not recording. Like what just happened there. Because I'm narrating, it really does, it kind of takes you away from what you're doing. But because I've given the other two characters kind of a little short break, I feel like I needed to get... I still need to pump out some videos. I want to get back to my regular schedule, if possible. I did miss a day. It's the first time I've missed a video since I started the channel. Not that big of a deal, but... And then the one on the next day didn't come out at 10. I think it came out a little bit later. So I'm doing my best to be back on the regular release schedule. Which is just one video. It's one video a day at 10 a.m. Unless something else special happens, like a little announcement or whatever. So I've got I'm spec'd a couple of specs into block. Okay, I didn't get it. Where my concussive shot, I think I've got a 6% chance to stun the target for 4 seconds. What is it? I've got an 8% chance. I'm going to max this out. It does actually kind of come in handy. I can sort of use it as a, like, roll the dice type of interrupt. Or just, you know, just if I want to stun something or daze something, you know. But just having that little extra chance, I can potentially save it. And when I see somebody trying to heal, I can just fire it off. You know, maybe I get a 20% chance or whatever it is, whatever it's going to be maxed out. All right, let's drink up here. But yeah, you know, not having the alchemy, I miss out on... I mean, like I said, I've got these 10. They're not amazing, but, you know, if we get if we get the max out of it, it's like 45% of our health. I've just been picking them up. So really the thing I'm missing about alchemy would be like agility pots. Maybe a fortitude or something. Now, of course, higher levels, we can't get the major health pot. Maybe they drop. I'm sure that they do, but it would be nice to make those up. But, you know, if I play it right and play it smart, my feigned deaths should not be resisted, and that's because I should be fighting green mobs or mobs my level. The chances of you getting a feigned death getting resist from a mob your level or lower are, I think, very, very slim. But mobs that are higher level, especially things like elites, they just won't go for it sometimes. It just doesn't work. But the benefit, I think, compared to like a Vanish, if I've got a dot on me and I feign death, I don't think it breaks me out. I don't think, I think it would say. Whereas Vanish, if you've got a dot on you, the tick will bust you out of stealth. So that's the only advantage, really, of feigned death. And like I said, if I just kind of play it smart with green mobs, it should be fine. I didn't even try to heal. How many have we killed? Oh, these are the mystics. We've killed 7 mystics. I don't know how many of the other ones we've killed, but I've got this add-on. Started using it just to piss me off, I guess. There should be a bunch up over this hill here. I don't really like this area back here, though. The mobs are much closer, more tightly packed in, I should say. Looks like they might be slightly higher level, too. So for the most part in this character, I have fought yellow mobs. I've just fought mobs my level. Oh, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. I thought that might have been a pack. I'm not going to panic here. Just no reason to. You take a little bit of a beating. And then we'll just do this. I'm not going to do any damage right now, so he can just taunt it right off of me. Yeah, they are a little bit higher level up here. I think he's got 2 growls on him, so we should be fine. I've also got Scorpion Sting, which I've been using on... I fought a couple of elite mobs and stuff. Or like heavy-hitting melee mobs, I'll use Scorpion Sting, which reduces their strength and agility by 29. Actually, it's pretty good. But I switch between Serpent Sting and Scorpion Sting, depending on, you know, depending on the mob we're fighting. Mainly Serpent Sting, because it does almost 300 damage over 15 seconds. It's pretty good. We'll watch for a heal here. When he targets himself, I know he's trying to heal. There he goes, but he won't get it, will he? No. Almost. There's a tusk. Does anybody want to see this? Should I leave that open? I should probably leave this open so I can see if I pick something up. Also for guild chat, if anybody pops on. Most people are on in the evenings that I've seen. On the evenings and into, you know, late night. Well, late night for me. But like I said, I only see 3-4 people on at a time. I mean, people could be doing it at other times. But, just a handful of us left here. Also, I put out a poll on the channel a couple days ago, and I honestly haven't looked at it, or I haven't responded to yesterday's comments. I haven't responded, or I haven't had time to look since I put out my little follow-up. But I see that I've got a lot of comments. I am going to be looking at those. Actually, by the time this video is out, I probably have already looked and responded. But I was thinking about trying a horror game. I love horror survival games. And apparently there's some pretty good ones. Well, there's good ones that have been out for a while. I've just never played them. But I'm interested to see what kind of feedback I got there. If anybody wants to see me do a long play of something like that. Like the Resident Evil games, I've played one Resident Evil, but it was a long time ago. There was a game called The Mortuary Assistant that looked really awesome. I mean, the trailer. I was watching trailers of these high-rated games, and I think that's a new one. It looked pretty creepy. I'm not watching any like gameplay or anything. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I've not played a Resident Evil game in years, and then I think there was another one that I put up, but I can't remember what it was. And then I think I left it open. If I think, yeah, I can do that. I think I can. I think I said like other or make a suggestion. I think you can leave a comment if you've got like if you'd like to see me play a really scary horror game. I'd be completely down for it. Also keeps me from getting too burned out in Warcraft, you know. I have been pushing this character pretty hard. Let's have a little drinky drink here. Picking up a little Mage Weave, but once, I think after like level 45, you get into 50s, then Mage Weave is pretty much all you're you'll mainly see, I think. And as far as why I went with Night Elf, Hunter, I mean, I just decided I was going to go with Hunter. It's a class I'm really familiar with. It's good survivability. Although I liked what the Paladin was doing. I just wanted to mix it up. I didn't want to go human because I had done a human rogue and a human paladin. I've done the dwarf paladin. I think I tried mage. You guys never saw a lot of them. But Night Elf, I had not tried Night Elf before. It's just like, I just want to mix it up. I just want something I hadn't tried. So here we are. We're doing on time here. 20 minutes. See if we can get this completed. It would be nice. We're halfway done. And I mentioned in the last episode, I was in the Badlands. I did most of the quests there, and I was really looking. I was hunting for Broken Tooth. That's the best hunter pet you can get in Classic, but I couldn't find him. I just could not find him. I was running around with my targeting macro, which is weird, because I looked for him for a while at different logins, and just I could never target him. There's an add-on I'm using called Rare Aware, and it just shows you the general location, but there's an add-on you can run in addition to it called Unit Scan. And somebody in the guild was actually telling me about it. I think it was HC Nancy. With that Unit Scan, it will like play a sound and automatically target the rare for you if you're in range. But I couldn't get the add-on to work. I tried it several times. Like, it's in the right folder and everything. It just didn't show up at all anywhere. Unless it's like a passive thing, which is possible. I could have been just using it completely wrong. I don't know. Where are we at on the map here? So this is the area where the Bagthera is, pretty sure. Kind of. It might actually be up here. Jesus. God, that scared me. Somewhere around here. Didn't get the jump on this guy. He's targeting himself. He's going to get the heal off. That was a nice little crit there, though. It's not that big of a deal. Fortunately, they don't do a full heal. When I first came in Stranglethorn Vale, I was killing the medicine men up here, and I just abandoned the quest. Dude, it was so annoying. Those medicine men will heal to full, and sometimes they'll do it multiple times. And at the time, I didn't have any way to interrupt them. I just gave up on it. I just abandoned the quest. It was so annoying. Like, I killed all the fighters, and I think I only needed like 4 more of the medicine pouches. I was just like, you know what? No. Just not doing it. So this is a pack over here that I skulled up. Last episode. Stay skulled. Unless I skull something else. Even if I leave this zone and come back, as long as I don't skull another mob, this thing will stay. I'm pretty sure. I've seen that. A scroll of strength. I guess we'll save that. Probably sell it. Yeah, there they are. There's several of these little packs. One of them has a really long pat, and I thought it actually walked back and forth here. No need to concussive shot him, but we will drink up here. Will we be able to finish this up? I hope so. See if we can get lucky with some more drops here. These guys look pretty wicked. It's like the red around their eyes. Oh, I didn't even see he was trying to heal there. I could have tried to interrupt, but I don't even know if it's worth it. Oh, I missed. Troll sweat. Oh, I think that was another one right there. Another, they just walked out of view. Another pack. They're really slow, though. You really have to not be paying attention for them to sneak up on you. Oh, it's the same mob. I think it's the same pack. Unless they're overlapping. That could be a... They might be overlapping here. We'll see. So I'll just put an X on the other pack. Not bad XP for these lower level mobs. Only thing that kind of sucks about these just really low drop rate for some of these quests, and I've mentioned this before, it really slows your roll down. It because you can't roll through groups of quests. You're just spending so much time, you know, mob after mob after mob. Yeah, I know you're getting XP, but it's not the same as a quest turn in. So those better drop rates, it really makes a difference as far as, you know, trying to level a bit faster. And I gotta say, I've also saved some time because I don't have, I'm not herbing. I'm not running out of my way and making treks around places collecting herbs. If I'm killing animals, then I just skin them right where they are, right? It actually did save me a lot of time, I noticed, not having to go pick up herbs and stuff. I guess that there's a trade-off, right? And like I said, I made some pretty decent gold selling stacks of leather. I just saved it all up. I mean, I made a couple of things. You know, I was wearing a couple of things that I made, but honestly, once you hit level 40 and you can get mail, leatherworking isn't that good. I mean, you can make, if you take it all the way, there are some really good stuff that you can make, but I was just using it primarily, I don't know why I wasted concussive shot right there, as a way to just to vendor some items for some extra cash. It worked out really well. I always had money to buy all of my abilities, every even level. You know, I could buy food or drinks if I wanted to, if I wasn't fishing it up or cooking. And that's a strat I decided at level 5. I was like, am I going to go herbalism, alchemy? A lot of people in the guild really great things to say about engineering because of the target dummy, primarily, I think. It acts as a tank. It pulls threat from mobs and stuff. But I just kind of wanted something easy and quick. I didn't want to spend time. Same thing, mining, running around, getting nodes and doing all that. I just kind of went lazy, but it paid off a little bit. I've been able to, like I said, get my skill up. My level up a lot faster, not having to worry about nodes or herbs. And I hope I'm making sense here, guys. Like I said, I'm still a little bit out of it. I've not felt like myself, and that's because of the concussion, I think, and just like some mental stuff that went along with what happened there. But I'm getting it. I'm slowly getting it back together. But I've been a little, I guess I'll say, confused and just kind of just not feeling right. I don't know if anybody out there has ever had a concussion, but that's what happens. It's a very weird thing. Oh my God. So that's it right there. So those are the three, at least three. So we have skull, X, and square. And I think there's one more. Yeah, and those guys are higher level too. Got to be careful there. How many more do we need? We need 6 more. Let's see if we can get this done. There's a couple of mobs in here we can pick off. And like I said, we could come up here, but I really don't like being in this area. The mobs are so much more tightly packed. There's also hunters. They have pets. And those mobs are just slightly higher level than the mobs down here. But I might be able to pick off... Should be able to pick off one of these guys. Yeah, just got the one. Let him pick up that mob. He should taunt it if he gets close enough. There he goes. I know I could be meleeing right there, but a little bit rushed on time because I am recording this. Don't want him to run too long. Usually I would just stand there and melee this. Oh, I think this guy just popped up. Let him get 2 growls off. Keep an eye on the square back here. He's going to come back this way. Yeah. So it could be a problem. Oh, boy. All right, we're still fine here. He should pick that up, and now we're at least out of the road here. Conserve a little mana right here. Actually going to pull him back a little bit more. There we go. We're good to go now. We'll just keep him from running that way. Hopefully he doesn't run that way. Yeah, we're fine. So I've not been very fortunate with weapons on this character as far as, you know, decent drops. I did the Daryl's hunting boast or challenge, whatever that thing is. And what's crazy about that quest is there's a vendor literally right beside, not right beside, but at the place where you do that in Loch Madan, and he sells, I think it's called like a fine longbow or something. And the stats, I think it's better than Daryl's hunting bow that you get from the quest. Yeah. So I think I ended up buying that, and I had that for a while. Now we've got this. I can't remember why I got this. It may have been from this quest in here, but the end game of the Nessingwary quest in this area is a very nice gun or a very nice bow that will last us a while. We could even have that bow to level 60 if we make it there. So that's going to be the plan. We've killed 17 of these. I don't know how many mystics, and I don't know how many of the warriors. God, it's just ridiculous the way that they did this. For this many items to have this low of a drop rate. Oh, I forgot about this guy. So we shouldn't see that pad again, that square mob that we marked for a while. I think it has a very, very long path. It's like 10 minutes or something. It's crazy. Might even be longer than that. Anyway, I got to get me some breakfast after this. Oh, inventory full. I do kind of want that. I have so much garbage. Get rid of the troll sweat since it's a gray item. All these green hills of stranglethorn papers we'll get rid of. I don't think we can... Got one there. I might be able to pull these guys. I don't want to take a chance. Because I'm not as focused as I would be if I was playing this off camera. I've actually... So last night, I've been watching Bob Ross on Twitch. You know, the painter. The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. That guy, he came on, I think it was 1983, like January 11th, actually, 1983. He had their first episode. And that guy was on, man, into the... at least the mid-90s, I think. If you've never seen Bob Ross, you can watch him. He's probably on YouTube as well, but I was just watching him on Twitch. It was like 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours I was watching while I was playing, just kind of listening. So chill, man. Just, what an awesome guy. And they started doing things like as they did later seasons where he would show, people would send their artwork in, like people with no training. And like sometimes kids, you know, like 9, 10 years old have done these amazing paintings just from watching him and listening to him because he tells you how to do things. I've never really had an interest in painting, but every time I see that guy, it's like, man, I got to get an easel. I got to get an easel and some fucking paintbrushes. But yeah, I remember. I mean, the guy used to come on when I was, you know, so in '83 I was 13 years old. So that guy was on throughout my teens and early 20s. I don't know when his last show was, but it's just so chill and the paintings he did, man. Sometimes he'd start a painting and it's just like, what is this? Like, what is he doing? And then he just add more shit, and then all of a sudden it's like, damn, look at that mountain. Right? And a common theme. So he has this beautiful picture, right? And then almost every episode he'll put a couple of trees like in the forefront. You think, oh, he's ruined it. But then after, it's like, this is, damn. The way that he does bushes and the way that he does trees, he just makes it look so easy, and it tells you exactly how to do it. Highly recommend. If you're into art at all, then you probably know about Bob Ross. But even if you're not, if you're just looking for something chill, aside from the Misty Mountain Gaming channel, you got to check out Bob Ross. And on Twitch, I think they just 24-hour, you know, it's just on a loop. There's another show I watch, Mystery Science Theater 3000. That's a show I used to watch in the 90s. It's a funny show. It's basically really bad movies, and there's just like a sarcastic... there's a whole theme to the show, but it's basically this guy and his two he built these robots to keep himself company, and they sit in the front row, and it's like you're in a theater when you're watching it. It's really kind of cool. It's done very well. But the best part of the show is just the sarcastic comments that they're making the whole time through these bad movies. Other than that, the show's really corny. Like, really corny. But it's kind of a cult classic. It's another thing I'll watch sometimes. I'll just put it on my second monitor while I'm chilling. Doing some leveling. Or working. I'll have it on while I'm working. I was listening to Bob Ross while I was working last night. Dude, how we need 4 more. This is so stupid, man. This can take you so long to get done. Not as bad as the Murray's cracked foot. That is, I have never struggled that much to get an item. And that was on the dwarf paladin Beard Fist. The other Beard Fist. 112 ogres or something. Like, I feel like the most unlucky person ever on that quest. Because I've done that quest before and got it off like the third or fourth thing. It's just every... It's not cumulative, right? It's just a new dice roll every time, I suppose is how it works. I don't know. But you're talking about unlucky, man. But you get to a certain point, like I killed like 60-something ogres, and I was like, you know what? There's no way I'm abandoning this quest now. Just no way. Like, I have to do it. I got so much gold. I think I made like 12 gold off of that damn quest. I don't know, maybe not that much, but it was a lot of killing those ogres. Come on, bro, have something. Oh my god. I might have to finish this quest up. I think we are. I think I'm going to finish this quest up off camera. The next episode I record for this, we might give Bagthera a try, or maybe Tethys. I feel like they're level 43 elites, which I don't feel good about, especially with him being level 41, the cat. I want the cat to at least be the same level. One level over would be even better, but well, maybe we'll go see what level he is. But we are going to wrap it up here. I don't want to spend like an hour grinding out the last things, but look for some more episodes here on Beard Fist, and I'm gonna be playing it off camera as well, so I could be a couple levels more by the time we do another one. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I do appreciate it. You guys and gals take care. Critty Cat, Mr. Beard Fist, and myself will catch you in the next episode.
Good journey.
Good journey. Take care and peace.